Dear students, in this class, let us study about magnetic effect of electric current. Yes, in the previous chapter on electricity, we had learnt about heating effect of electric current. Yes, in this lesson, we are going to study the another effect of electric current. Okay, that is magnetic effect of electric current. Before starting the topic, let us recall some topics related to magnetism. Yes, what is magnet? Yes, you'll know what is the answer of magnet, is it? All of you have seen the magnet. Is it? There are different kinds of magnet, bar magnet, horseshoe magnet and all. So what is this? What is the magnet? It is a piece of object which is having the attractive property. Yes, this you have studied in your earlier class. And also you have studied some of the properties of the magnet. Is it? Yes. What are the properties of the bar magnet you have studied? Let us recall one by one. Okay. Yes. Now, the first property of a bar magnet, that is magnet attract objects made of iron, nickel and cobalt. That means magnet is having the attractive property. That means it is going to attract the objects which is made up of iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. Is it? Okay. The second property let us study, that is magnet has two poles, that is the north pole and the south pole. So magnet is having two poles, north pole and south pole. The third property of a bar magnet, that is poles always exist in pairs. They cannot be separated. That means if we are going to cut a magnet, then we cannot separate the north and south pole. That means you can see in the picture here where when the magnet is been cut off, so there again the south and north pole exist. That means the poles of a magnet cannot be isolated, which we cannot separate. All, if you go on cutting into pieces, what happens? There exists a north pole and south pole for a magnet. So we cannot isolate or separate the poles of a magnet. Okay. So this is the third property. Next, the fourth property, that is opposite poles of two magnets attract each other. That means unlike poles attract each other. Like poles of a two magnet repel each other. Like poles mean north or south and south pole. You can see in the picture here north pole and a north pole repel. South and south repels each other. But here north and south, which are unlike poles, attract each other. So there is a force of repulsion and attraction. This is a property of a bar magnet. Next, last property, that is if a magnet is suspended freely, what happens? It just places its position itself is the north-south direction. It seeks north-south direction because a magnet acts as itself a earth, like as you all know that it is having a poles, right? So where it is having a direction, south direction and north direction. So here when a magnet is suspended freely by the thread, it aligns itself in north-south direction. So these are the properties of a bar magnet. Okay. Yes. In this lesson, let us study what is magnetic effect of electric current. Yes, the magnetic effect of electric current is, it means that electric current flowing through a wire produces a magnetic field around it. Yes, so when an electric current passes through a wire, a magnetic field is produced around the wire. When a current passes through the wire, what happens? There is a magnetic field. There is a property of a magnet due to which around the magnet there is a field produced. We call it as magnetic field. If the wire is wound into a coil, the resulting field is similar to that of a bar magnet with north and south pole. So it is also the the wire which is acting as a magnet. When the current is passed through it, it is also having a north pole and south pole similar to bar magnet. Okay, so this is what the meaning of magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, so the Oersted, Hans Oersted, in 1820, in his experiment, he observed that when an electric current is passed through a conducting wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. Okay, Hans Christian Oersted made the experiment on electromagnetism. So, the presence of magnetic field at any point around the current carrying wire was detected with the help of a compass needle. Okay, so he used a compass to identify the magnetic effect of electric current. So, Hans Christian Oersted, you can see in the picture. So, he used the circuit where he used the compass needle to find the deflection produced. This deflection produced by the compass, which shows that there is a magnetic field around the current carrying conductor. So, he used a conducting wire AB and a wire lying in the north. This wire was lying in the north-south direction, and he connected to a battery through a rheostat and a key. A compass needle is placed just below the wire. So you can see here the rheostat is used, a battery is used, and you can see the compass is placed below the wire, conducting wire AB. Okay, you can see this is the wire AB where the compass is, which is pointing north-south direction, which is below the wire. You can see it is in the dotted mark, and rheostat, battery and key. So this is the circuit which was used. So the first observation he made, that is, when the key is open, here the key is open, that means there is no current passing through this electric circuit. So the needle points in north-south direction, that is along the Earth's magnetic field. So with the north pole of the needle pointing towards the north direction, and the needle and the south pole placing towards the south direction. You can see the direction here, north, south. So here the compass is pointing towards the north direction and south direction, because it is the compass needle is acting as is having a magnetic property. Okay, so when the key is open, there is no current, so there is no deflection. There is no deflection. The needle is parallel to the wire. The second case, he closed the key. When the key is closed, you can see here the key is closed. Yeah. So now what happens? The current starts flowing. The current starts flowing from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, is it? As the current starts flowing, what happens? There is a deflection. There was a deflection in the compass needle. That means here the current is passing from south to north direction. You can see the AB is a conducting wire where the current is passing from south to north, and the north pole of the needle deflects towards the west. So now what happened? The north pole is deflected towards the west. You can see here it is in anti-clockwise direction. You can see the needle is deflecting towards the west. That means it is in anti-clockwise direction, right? So it has been deflected anti-clockwise. So if the current in the wire is increased, what happens? The deflection of the needle also increases. So here by increasing the number of battery cells, we can increase the current, is it? Or by using the rheostat, so we can increase or decrease the resistance, so that we can increase or decrease the current here. Okay, so by increasing the current, what happened? The deflection is more. Okay, so the third case, yes, in the third case, the current was reversed and the compass needle kept below the wire. So the current was reversed, that is, first it was earlier it was positive negative, now so they have connected negative and positive, they have just reversed the positive and negative terminal. So now what happens, the current is flowing from B to A, that means so the current is flowing from north to south. So now the current is reversed and the compass is kept below the wire. So what happens now, the deflection of the compass, you can observe the deflection here. So when the direction of the current in the wire is reversed, by reversing the connection at the terminals of the battery, the north pole of the needle deflects towards the east direction. Okay, so the compass needle is deflected in clockwise direction. Yes, the north pole is pointing towards the east direction. That means on reversing the current, what happened, the direction of the current needle, magnetic needle also changed. That means magnetic field direction changes as the current is reversed. So the next observation done by Oersted, that is, when the compass needle is placed above the wire, you can see here the positive and negative for the earlier, the compass needle was placed above the wire. So now what is the direction of the current? Here there is a change in direction. If the compass needle is placed just above the wire, the north pole deflects towards the east when the direction of current in the wire is from A to B, but the needle deflects towards the west if the direction of the current is in the from B to A. So when the current is from A to B, the deflection is towards the east direction, and when the current is from B to A, that time the deflection is towards the west direction. So there is a difference when the compass needle is kept above and below. So you can see when the current is reversed, the compass needle kept above the wire. So this is how the needle gets deflected. So later he explained by this experiment, by the above observation, he suggested that a current carrying wire produces a magnetic field around it, and the magnetic needle of a compass experiences a magnetic field. So it deflects the direction of the magnetic field at that point. So as the current is increased, on increasing the current in the wire, the strength of the magnetic field around it increases, which is shown by increase in the deflection of the compass needle. So magnetic field increases means the deflection will be more. So on reversing the direction of the current in the wire, the direction of the magnetic field reverses. So the direction of deflection of magnetic needle of compass has been reversed. So what is the conclusion now by the experiment? By Oersted experiment, we can conclude that a current produces a magnetic field around it. What? A current or a moving charge, that is electron. So a moving charge or a current produces a magnetic field around it. Okay, this is the conclusion from this experiment. You have to remember, a current produces a magnetic field around it. This is called as the magnetic effect of electric current. And the strength of this magnetic field and direction of the magnetic field depends on the magnitude and direction of current. Okay, strength of the magnetic field depends on magnitude of electric current, and direction of magnetic field depends on the direction of electric current. So this is the conclusion of Oersted experiment. So now, to understand this experiment clearly, just listen, observe this video, okay?
Hey guys, you all know that the needle of the compass always points in the north-south direction. But see what happens when a magnet comes near it. the needle of the compass deflects. The magnetic needle deflects whenever it interacts with another magnetic field, right? On this note, let's do an activity. Here, I take an electric cell and a wire. I connect the two ends of the wire to the two terminals of the cell. So, an electric current flows through the wire. See, the needle of the compass under the wire deflects towards the west. The needle comes back to its original position when we stop the current. Now I turn the cell to change its polarity. This changes the direction of the current through the conductor. See, the needle now deflects in the opposite direction, that is, towards the east. Wondering, where's the other magnetic field that deflects the needle? Is it the wire? Yes, it is. From this experiment, a Dutch scientist named Hans Christian Ørsted concluded that a magnetic field is produced around a current-carrying conductor. This is called the magnetic effect of electric current. This effect of electricity is used in many appliances like electric fans, mixers, etc.
Okay, hope you have understood about the Ørsted experiment, that how the magnetic effect of electric current is produced by the conductor carrying current. So in the next class let us study the continued part, that is about magnetic field and field lines produced by the magnet. Okay, thank you students.